Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai 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 Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Sitaram.
Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.
So for those of you who are already at home in front of the screen, a super sweet welcome, everybody. It's gonna be forward folds today, so if that means for you to have a little extra support close by at your yoga mat, can always be helpful. We are all in need of support at least once in a while, so, don't fight it. It's very powerful to ask for help. It's very powerful to, give into that. It's all good. But for now, you still have a few minutes, so if you just want to hang out or sit or lay down, go ahead. Oh.
Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino samasta sukino bhavantu loka samasta sukino bhavantu loka samasta sukino bhavantu.
And then slowly, over the next few breaths, if you are laying on your back, start to bend your knees, roll over to your right side. And over the next few breaths, bring yourself simply up to your first comfortable seat. And if that involves a bolster, a block, a chair, a throne, a something, go ahead. Sitting beautifully upright, strength within your spine. Allow your eyes to close. And then try to stop filling the moment. Stop trying to make it look yoga, look holier than holy, make it look zen and still and whatnot. Just don't try to make it anything. Just allow yourself to empty and to sit in that emptiness without freaking out, without stressing about it, without, again, going into the habit of filling it with something. We are not very keen on the nature of emptiness. Always have the impulse to fill it with something. Just for a few moments, fight that impulse. Don't fight the difficulty of it, because it is difficult. That's why we practice. Just notice the fact that it's difficult without having a strong reaction to it. And then you can bring your hands together in front of the chest-heart center and exhale deeply for 3 rounds of Om. Slowly and deeply inhale. Inhale.
inhale.
Take your moment to dedicate your efforts. The other hand. And then you can rest your hands back onto your knees. And I say a very sweet welcome, everybody. My name is Mark. Welcome back to the mothership. Yay! We are back in the studio, which means a lot to me, so special day today. Let's talk about the big issue that we face both in yoga and in Buddhism, which is our delusion. Our life is full of delusion. Our life is full of expectations of how people should be and should behave. And some stuff we know is sort of our own personal pet peeve, but other things we feel, well, this is just normal and doesn't everybody do it that way? So it's always a little difficult for us. For example, I have the delusion I might get away with a second self haircut, and I think it's just that, a delusion. So I want to share this beautiful text by a man called Jack Kornfield from his book, The Wise Heart. The deepest level of delusion is called misperception of reality. This level is the hardest to face because it threatens some of our most cherished assumptions. In a fundamental way, we are deluded about happiness, permanence, and the nature of who we think we are. Let's talk our ideas about happiness. We all understand how outer comforts can bring pleasure, ease, security. Were these experiences not pleasant, says the Buddha, we would not become entangled. And while we may well enjoy these forms of happiness, they are incomplete. A wise part of us knows that they alone do not bring fulfillment. Some of the richest and most privileged humans experience intractable suffering and heartbreak, while villagers who live in extremely poor conditions can be astonishingly happy. Happiness is within us. Changing our outer circumstances is not the true path to happiness. Genuine happiness arises from healthy states of mind. It is born of a wise and gracious heart. In the misperception of reality, the second base delusion is that of permanence. Very important right now during the corona times. Delusion believes that we can hold on to experience, yet nothing about life is solid, permanent. Where is our childhood? Where are the 1990s? Where are last year, last month, or yesterday? Gone. Experience comes trooping out of emptiness day and night, writes the poet Rumi. With the delusion of permanence, we grasp feelings, experiences, and people as if they were ours to keep. We struggle to hold on to the world, and yet our days vanish like a mirage or a dream. We can live wisely only when we accept the reality of change. In our delusion, we forget we are all nomads. We pretend our bodies will stay young, our children will not grow up, our fortunes are secure, our marriages will not change, yet praise and blame, gain and loss, pleasure and pain, fame and disrepute weave an ever-changing fabric of our lives. To call a thing good not a day longer than it appears to us good, and above all not a day earlier, that is the only way to keep joy pure, says Nietzsche. Our delusion about happiness and permanence are rooted in the deepest delusion of all, forgetting who we are. When we forget our true nature, we feel ourselves as separate, lost in a small perspective, moving like a horse with blinders. In the same way that we grasp our body, we grasp our fleeting feelings and thoughts and take them to be our fundamental identity. The Buddhist teachings go on to undermine any clinging to the mind. To say the mind or mind states or mind consciousness constitutes the self, such an assertion is unfounded. It would be better for those who lack understanding to regard this body made of elements as self rather than the mind. The body, though changing, may last for a year or for decades, but that which is called mind, its thoughts and states of consciousness, arises continuously day and night and as quickly passes away. Therefore, whatever bodily experiences, feelings, perception, thoughts of consciousness, past, present or future, gross or subtle, should be seen clearly, according to wisdom. This does not belong to me. This I am not. This is not myself. Easier said than done, huh? I know. Good. Let's open your eyes and take the mantra book towards page 6. So we're going to chant a Rudra mantra. Page 6, right on top. Trayambakam jajamahe sukandim pushti vartanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrikshor mukshiya mamrita. Yeah. Do I have to? Okay. Trayambakam jajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrichyor mukshiya amritat. Trayambakam jajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrichyor mukshiya amritam. Trayambakam jajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrichyor mukshiya amrita. Trayambakam jajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrichyor mukshiya amritam. Trayambakam jajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrichyor mukshiya amrita. Trayambakam jajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrichyor mukshiya amrita. Trayambakam jajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrichyor mukshiya Take a deep inhale. Warms you nicely up, huh? Chanting like this. I know, because it keeps on going. You're like, okay, okay. It's like a marathon. It's like, it's very good, it's very good. Please come off what you're sitting on top of. Shake your legs a little out. Do your thing. Do your fancy things. And then let's meet directly in a little child's pose. I know. Sounds nice, doesn't it? I feel ya, I feel ya. Because for some of us, especially if you're sitting at home a lot these days, you know, we're missing a little bit our sport, our practice, our this and that, then it will be very nice for you to lengthen out your spine a little bit. So some of my friends are very much suffering during child's pose because they feel it's a lot of stretch here for the ankle area, for the top of the ankles. So what you could always do, of course, I mean, most of you know it, to bring a little buffering, you know, under your shin bone. So here the pressure is a little less. You could even elevate your butt a little bit, still use a bolster. It's all good. And reaching forward, your arms are about mat width apart. Just to have like nice breathing, open, lovely shoulders. Good. There we go. And then reach your arms just a little further forward, allowing your elbows to lift slightly off. Maybe you even want to come onto the fingertips, like little spiders for your hands, standing there on their 5 legs. And allow a last deep breath in and out. Then placing your hands back onto the mat a little closer than before, and then lifting onto hands and knees, spreading your fingers wide, allowing the wrinkles in your wrist to be as parallel towards the top of the mat as available. Curl your toes under, push your fingertips nicely into the mat, and start to lift into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And if you didn't hear it already in the tone of my lovely voice, make it playful. Always make it a little playful. If you feel the need to move something there, to adjust a little bit, to get a little bit more comfortable, beautiful. Maybe it's your very first yoga class today. Maybe it's your first yoga class this month, this year. What you gonna do? It's all good. Just notice for yourself that just in case, once in a while, you might have to say no. You might have to leave something out. That's okay, huh? You're allowed to do that. It's all fine. Generally, Your practice has to be that personal experience, working with the body that you have. Good, guys. Take a last deep breath in, down dog, nice and still. Sitting bones lifting, heels lengthening to the floor. On your next inhale, come forward to a high push-up plank. Exhale, lower down onto the floor. Let your toes point away, pressing the feet hard into the mat so your knees rise up. You reach your arms behind you. You interlace the fingers behind the back. Then you smile at yourself because you always interlace them the same way, so you change that. And then you pull your hands towards your heels, allowing your chest to lift a little bit. And keep your neck, your shoulders, as sweet and free as comfortable. Nice, guys. Keep pressing your feet in, including your little toes. And then on an exhale, bring the hands back under the shoulders. Draw the navel in. Inhale, back to hands and knees. Curl your toes under and come back into down dog. Yep. From here, my friends, start to walk forward towards the top of your mat. Folding forward and down, hang out, standing forward, bend. Make it as comfortable as you need it to be. Good, guys. Deep, nice hip flexion. And then releasing your arms, bend your knees a little bit more, draw the navel in, and start to roll yourself up to come to stand. Step your feet together, inner toes touching, hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Draw your navel a little in and up, just to, give a little lift to that spine and create a sense for Mula Bandha, for the energy rising. Take an exhale through your nose. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, half lift. Left foot steps back, big, big lunge. On the inhale, lift the arms, draw the navel in and up. Exhale, step back into down dog. Inhale forward to a high push-up plank. Lower down to the floor for cobra, so keep the hands where they are. Inhale, peel the chest off. Exhale, lower down. Bring it back to hands and knees and back into down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up high, long leg, keep the hip leveled. Left foot steps forward, big step. Inhale, the arms reach up, navel engaged. Exhale, hands down, step forward, nose to the legs. Arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, fold forward and down, draw the navel in. Half lift, inhale. Right foot back, exhale, big lunge. Inhale, arms reach up, navel. Exhale, step back into down dog. Inhale, forward to high plank. Exhale, lower down onto the floor. Inhale, cobra. Peel the chest. Exhale, lower down. Back to hands and knees and back into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Right foot steps forward, big step. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down, step forward, nose to the legs. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Navel in and up, hands in front of the chest, heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Left foot back, exhale, big lunge. Inhale, arms reach up, stay here. Exhale, bend your back knee. Inhale, stretch the leg out, do not bring it to the floor. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, stretch out, hands to the floor. Exhale, step back, down dog. Inhale, forward to high plank, Ashtanga Namaskar, knees down, chest lowers in between your hands, long neck. Push into cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog, deep breath. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, big step. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down, stay where you are. Pull the left leg long, flex the left foot. And if that's not enough, kiss your big toe. Come on, smooch. On an exhale, bend your left knee, firm the left foot to the mat, right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, open the chest to the left. Exhale. Lengthen the back leg, lengthening the arms. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, step forward, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward and down, navel engaged. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands in front of the chest, navel in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Half lift. Inhale. Right foot back. Exhale, big lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Bend your back knee a little or a lot. Inhale, stretch the back leg out. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, lengthen out, third time's the charm. Exhale. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back to down dog. Inhale, forward to a high plank. Knees down, lower your chest in between your hands. Push forward and through Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot forward, big step. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands down, lengthen your right leg out. Inhale, re-lengthen the spine, flex the right foot if you can. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bend your right knee, foot flat on the mat, left hand stays down on the mat too. Open your chest to the right, reach the right arm up. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale. Long neck. Strong back leg. Pushing off your left arm. Reaching the right arm up to touch the ceiling. And on an exhale, bring your right hand down. Inhale, step forward, half lift. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Hands in front of the chest, navel in and up. Inhale, last round. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, half lift. Step back into down dog. Exhale. Strength within your body, strength within your spine. On an inhale, come forward to a high push-up plank. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, low plank. Push forward and through, inhale. Exhale, back into down dog. Then gaze towards your feet. Step your feet, let's say half a foot forward. Just a little bit, just a little bit. And then turn your heels towards each other, like Charlie Chaplin. Then you're going to bend your knees deeply and allow your butt to come a little closer to the heels. Deep frog, deep frog. Go sit on your heels, sit on your heels, sit on your heels, sit on your heels. Ah! On your next exhale, turn the knees back forward, lift the sitting bones, inhale. Exhale, relax. And then on your next inhale, come forward to a high plank for Vashisthasana, side plank posture. Come onto your right arm, outside strongly flexed right foot, left leg on top or left leg in front. Left arm reaches up high and you better lift those hips. Hips don't lie. Whee! Like somebody is putting a lighter under your hips. Woo! On an exhale, bringing your left hand down, pull back into down dog, and shake it off like a little doggy. Happy little doggy that found a ball. Come on, a real ball, good ball. Somebody's gonna throw that ball. Thank you. That's a happy dog. Inhale forward to a high push-up plank. Roll onto your left side. Maybe it's not on the long arm, but on the forearm. That's super fine. You're still in a side plank. Your body is still engaging. Lifting the hip, just to fire up a little bit the body. And feel free to look towards your right hand. On your next exhale, bring it back into down dog. And again, shake it a little off, because you did beautifully. On your next exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. A full exhale to fold forward and down. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands in front of the chest, navel in and up. Bend your knees deeply. Reach your arms forward and up, Utkatasana. And then we're going to slow the music down so everybody at home can hear you breathe. No. That was not a challenge. Good. So in the beginning it makes a lot of sense to really guide your Ujjayi breath and make it sound. Over time, that breath becomes softer and softer. Less volume, same quality. Arms reaching, look to the space in between your hands. Exhale, hands down, lengthen out the legs. Half lift, inhale. Step or jump back into plank, exhale, lower down. Open the heart, shoulders back, neck is free. Exhale, back into down dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg up high. Right foot steps forward in between your hands. Left heel circles down, warrior one. Inhale. Spiraling the body forward towards the top of the mat. Draw the navel in and up. And after you contemplated all the suffering and problems of your life, you might even look up. Thank you. If your hands come together, wonderful. On your next exhale, open wide into your warrior two and allow the navel to draw a little in and up, firming everything towards the center, or the middle path as it is called in Buddhism. Strong arms, shoulders are down, look beyond your middle finger. And without changing your legs, become tall. Yeah. On an inhale, circle both hands back onto the mat. Chaturanga or down dog, your choice. On your next inhale, lift left leg up high. Left foot steps forward, big step. Right heel circles down. Inhale, warrior one. And again, spiraling forward with a super strong back leg. So you have to understand, you're not just pulling away from the back foot. You're moving away and reaffirm the back foot into the mat at the same time. Don't get in here. On your next exhale, open wide into your warrior two. Nice. Allow the hips to open, allow your legs to stay strong. Nice. Explore. That's good. Hey. Own this posture. You gotta own it. Don't rent it. Own it. On an inhale, circle both hands back onto the mat. Exhale back into down dog. And on your next exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. A full exhale to fold forward. Maybe look at your own navel. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Hands in front of the chest, navel in and up. Bend your knees, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, half lift. Step back, down dog, or jump back into the vinyasa. You're choosing. Strong hands. Notice when you start to get tired and start to hang on the wrists. So keep your fingertips pressing into the floor. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot forward, left heel circles down. Inhale, navel engaged, warrior one. Exhale, open wide into your warrior two. Lengthen the front right leg out. Inhale, push that floor away. Inhale to reach forward. Place your right hand to the shin, to the block, to the floor. Left arm reaches up high, gazing towards your left hand if available. Keep your spine long. On your next inhale, lift yourself back up to stand. Exhale, bend your front knee. Reach the right arm again forward, this time for the elbow to the thigh, or maybe the hand even towards the floor. Left arm reaches up high. Maybe you want to reach the left arm over your head, beyond the top of your mat. And maybe under your arm, looking up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, look down onto the mat. Place both hands alongside the right foot. Left heel comes up. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, lower down. Open the heart. Inhale. Exhale, back to down dog. Fingertips. I see you. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Left foot steps forward, right heel circles down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open the, gently, but it just firms everything nicely in. Very friendly. It's not like we are losing the lower back. It just pulled a little tight around the corset area. You want to go? Yeah, you wanna? On an inhale, lengthen your front left leg out, activate the knee. Exhale to release the shoulders. Take the inhale to reach forward with a strong front leg. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up high. You can gaze down to the side or up, but your shoulders are away from the ears, the neck is long and free. Then on your next inhale, lift yourself back up to stand. Exhale, bend your front knee. Reach the left arm again forward, elbow to the thigh or maybe inside of the knee or maybe hand to the block or to the floor inside of the foot. Right arm reaches up high, Uttita Parshva Konasana. Maybe reach the right arm over your head all the way, release the forehead. Again, these different arms, if you go directly over the front, or it's just a different set of spices you put in your lunch. That's the only thing, it's just a bit different. Yes. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, look down, place both hands down, bring your back heel up, and step back into down dog. And then notice, just for a second, and notice it with a smile, your desire to go back into yet another vinyasa, another chaturanga, another up dog. It's just that, it's a desire. Good, guys. Last round from here. It's going to be beautiful. Please remember that. Inhale, right leg steps up high. Right foot steps forward in between your hands. You're going to walk yourself forward. And then with a long spine, you're going to fold onto your standing leg, lifting your back leg as high as it is available for 3, 2, and 1. Bend your right knee, step your left foot back behind you, and step back into a down dog. Shake it off like nothing happened. Standing split is gorgeous. Yay! Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Don't kick it. Left foot steps forward, big step. Walk yourself onto that left leg, leveled hip. Lift the chest a little bit to have a counterweight, exactly. And then like a seesaw on the playground, fold onto your standing leg, lifting your back leg as high as it is available for 3, 2, and 1. Bend your left knee, stepping both feet back into down dog. And then one last shake of your badonka donka. You're so beautiful when you're all getting sweaty. Bring your knees to the outside of the mat, big toes touching, and settle into your second child's pose. Allow yourself to soften for a moment. Again, not searching for more, not trying to make it special and memorable and this and that. To the left, then the circle. Yeah, that one. One more. That one. To the left. More. Yes. And the next one too. Too loud? Let's take 2 more breaths here. Just nice and sweet. And then bringing your hands back under your shoulders and lifting yourself up to sit. Good. So what do you know about knee and ankle relationship? We did it many times in the lunges. Where's the knee with the ankle? What did you hear 1,000,000 times in your life already? Do not bring the knee over the ankle, over the toes. Now that's your big setup. Always these healthy, happy lunges. So everybody, come onto your left knee, step your right foot forward, 90-degree angle. And now, bring your knee over your toes or beyond. And you're like, what? So where do you want to feel this now? Well, that's the usual. And if you want to, you will, of course you will feel it. Your body is always connected. But normally you do those big steps and go really deep and stuff. But this, I want to see more ankle action. You're stretching, yeah. So again, you might have the foot a little closer or a little further away. The heel stays on the floor. Your hip stays fairly level. You're just going really into this ankle stretch. And maybe even feel a little Achilles tendon. If you feel that the front hook here, that ankle, gets very tired right now, you could in between once in a while lifting your heels off the floor. Ooh, engage, and then bringing the heel back. Isn't that lovely? You're allowed to say no. You don't have to laugh behind my back. Good. Bring your hands back onto the mat. Tuck your left toes under. Step back into down. Or create a little freedom in your ankles. Shake a little off, shake a little out. I know. And then bringing both knees back onto the floor. Step your left foot forward this time. And as a bout, let's say 90-degree angle. Maybe for you it's a little closer if you have more space. Maybe you need to make it a little wider. But concentrate on the front left ankle. It's so good. It's also going to be very helpful for squats and for all these postures where we do this position actually quite a lot. And then just for that little cherry on top of it all, See if you can level the hip a little bit. Ah. Say hello to your ankle. And again, if you feel like, ooh, it's getting a little too much, then just for a moment engage the muscles and release. Last deep breath, find your peace here. And then placing your hands back to the mat, tuck your right toes under and step back into down dog. Give it a little shake. This round you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet and take a standing forward fold of your choice. If this is difficult for you, feel free to hold the elbows. If you're very, very deep and you want to either yogi big toe lock or step even onto the palms of your hands, wonderful. But then also take an inhale to lengthen the spine, to lift your chest, to look forward. To exhale, pull the elbows out and draw yourself deeply into that forward fold. Happy neck. And the last deep breath. And gently release your hands. Bend your knees. Draw the navel in. Roll yourself up to stand. And then swing your right or your left leg forward. Let's all say, you guys the right leg, you guys the left leg. Facing the puja. Take a big step. Prasarita Paruttanasana. Maybe not facing each other. I'm also trying to avoid this as much as I can, but sorry. COVID. Good, guys. Take your hands into the hips. Most likely your toes are going to point forward. And then you're going to lift your right hip. Like you're saying, hello, sailor. And then you're going to lift your left hip. Then you're going to lift your right hip. And it's not necessarily a lot of movement that we can create there, but hey, it's something. Yeah. I love this. Okay, careful not to do just your shoulders. Try to move a little in the hip. Now bend your knees a little bit more. Bring your fingertips onto the floor, right under the shoulders. And then try to keep the spine long. Knees bent, spine long, knees bent, spine long, knees bent, spine long, spine long. Lift your sitting bones a little higher. Maybe stretch your legs out fully. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold all the way in Prasarita Paruttanasana. Nice. Yes, that's it. Good, guys. Active legs would be great. And then start to walk your hands slowly back forward, right under the shoulders. Hands into the hips. Exhale, lift all the way up to stand. Bend your knees to step or jump your feet together. And then if you have two blocks or a chair or a little something close by, then take your two blocks or that little chair in front of you or two blocks alongside the right foot. Not everybody needs it, just a forward fold, but just in case. Then from the top of your mat, you're going to step your left foot about a meter back. Left toes point towards 10 o'clock. And then again, look how your pelvis wants to help you. Don't allow it. You're going to draw the right hip back, leveling the hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine without pushing your ribs out. Exhale, fold halfway forward. And this is the moment where you want to lose that round back. stick your butt out, lengthen the spine. And maybe here your little chair, your table, your wall, your 2 blocks can be very helpful, unless you're very comfortable. And then of course you can fold all the way down. Good. Turn your left toes more forward. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Because now it's a bit easier for you to level the hip. And if you look towards your right knee, is it active? Are you lying? Exactly. That's the big question, isn't it? Create still a little more length. Pull that right hip still a little further back. Yeah! Now, if you do something, it's active. Not just if you fold forward. That makes sense, huh? From here, my friends, place your hands back into the hip. Inhale, lift just halfway. Lengthen the spine, navel engaged. Exhale, come all the way up. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot back. Do the okey pokey and level the hip. So if you touch your lovely own body, which you should do every day, touch yourself a lot. Somewhere here, if you can feel it or not, are what we call hip bones. Either they stick out or they're under some layers of corona weight. That's okay, but they're here. And they're pointing straight forward, like spotlights of a car. So when you fold forward, this wants to happen. You don't allow it by pulling your left hip all the time back while you're lengthening forward. Push your left foot into the mat. Push that floor away. You feel the difference in the leg then just to lock it? Yeah, that's a bit what I mean. It just has something to do. Either using your 2 blocks, your chair, your table, or if you're comfortable, fold all the way down to the shin and whisper sweet things to your left knee. I love you. You're so great. Thank you. Thank you for not yet being artificial. Thank you. You are laughing because you're young. On your next inhale, lift the chest halfway. Hands into the hips. Exhale, come all the way up. Step your back foot forward. No, shake it. Good. Very nice. How do we feel about birds? Royal bird. No. We're not going to do paradise. No. Garuda Asana, king of the birds. Oh. Feet together. Bend your knees. Look at your left thigh. That's your shelf. This is the shelf we put the right leg on top. So stop stretching out your legs. Keep it bent and bring your right leg over the left. Maybe hooking the foot behind the calf. It's okay. And then we can re-level the hip a little bit. Good. Reach your arms out nice and strong. Give it purpose. Good, guys. So this is what I mean. You hear this so much with It's not a good sound. So you hear a lot in yoga, make it active, and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? It just means you give it something to do. You give it a purpose. And then your body is engaged instead of just dangling around. From here, right leg is over the left, right arm goes under the left, crossing the elbows, palms reaching up, bring your right hand to the inner left hand. Otherwise, stay with your arms out. I don't care what purpose you give it, just give it purpose. Fingers up. All fingers. Spiral the little finger forward. That's that corkscrew. That's that motion. Let's slowly unfold ourselves. Step it down. Release, and release all that desire of doing it perfectly. All the expectations you have of yourself. Let's see what happens. It's a different setup. Bend. Left leg over the right. Hook in the foot behind the calf if available. Squeeze your thighs. Most important. And wherever that left big toe is, just pull it down to the floor. And as your left leg is over, you can bring the left arm under the right. Yes, squeeze your thighs. And like a little birdie. That is so long. Do a little wee. Okay. Then from here, my friends, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, navel engaged, fold forward and down. Inhale, half lift. Step, both feet back. Exhale, down dog. And then bringing your right leg up high. Right knee under the body and to the outside of the mat behind your right wrist. If you need a block under your right hip or under your left leg, go ahead. Ekapadarakapudasana. Single pigeon. And then you are not collapsing down, but you're going to lengthen maybe into that forward fold. Allow the sensations in the right hip. Take a last deep breath. Placing your hands back under your shoulders, lifting your chest. Remove whatever you might have under your right hip. Come to sit on the right hip and swing the left leg forward. Left leg is nice and long. You can set your right heel a little closer to the sitting bone. Allow your right knee to open to the side. If it's flying, bring a block under, support, give it a shelf, let it rest. Hands behind you on your fingertips, and then just getting out of this, what I lovingly call the Quasimodo, and lengthen your spine. Good. And if you really, to get out of the habit, especially when we're sitting on the floor, is very, very difficult. So it's not just your face, it's really lengthening the spine. Good. And then keep the length in your spine. Just bring the hands forward. Good. And then, like a zipper, you're going to slowly fold forward into Janu Sirsasana. And if you know for your body this is all really, really difficult like this, and you're not necessarily feeling a stretch, maybe it makes sense for you to use a strap around the foot and keep the spine long and active. This is what I mean with give your body and the parts of your body a purpose. Guess who else likes a purpose? You. Everybody likes to have a purpose. And if you're running for a long time without any beyond your 20s, but at a certain point, life becomes very odd if you do not have a purpose. Push your left heel on the floor. Active leg. You know what I mean? Good. And then very slowly, but with your navel drawn in, bringing yourself back. Bring the right knee up. Bring the right leg forward. Do you want wood or water? Wood or water? Hout or water? Come into tabletop. Wood. Trying to be all funny here and it doesn't work out at all. Happy feet there. Push them down. Don't stay on your heels. Good. A little hugging in with your inner thighs. Just a little. Yeah, that's it. That's all I need. And then looking forward, bring your hips down, bring your legs together, and lift your legs. I'm happy with your calves parallel. This is the water, boat posture. So wood or water? It worked in my hat hilariously. So if you feel like, baby, that's too easy, well then stretch the legs out, but keep lifting it. And one. From here, cross your ankles, come onto hands and knees and bring it back into down dog where you walk it out. Ekapadaraja Kapadasana on the left, pigeon pose. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Left knee under the body into the outside of the mat. Just keep your hip nice and level. This is a good way to practice. Not so important for the forward fold, but still it's nice to do. So just to allow a little ooh. The front of your right thigh is turning down. Here we go. And then, of course, with a nice long spine, you can lengthen a little further forward. Then slowly start to place your hands back under the shoulders, lifting your chest. Remove anything from under the left hip so you can come to sit on the left hip and swing your right leg forward. You have to think of your long leg as an uncooked spaghetti. Don't make it a cooked spaghetti. Make it uncooked. Really lengthening it out. If you have the need to have a little support under your sitting bones or even under your knee, great. It's all good. Works. Sit tall. And then do not lose a millimeter when your hands come off the floor. So none of this. And make it fit to you. Right. You can also flip it up down. With your navel drawn in, start to lift yourself back out. Remove anything from under your knees. Bringing both knees up. No choice. Tabletop. You do not want free choice. You do not get free choice. Your head back up, bringing your hips down, soles of the feet together, knees bent to the outside, Baddha Konasana. Allowing your heels or your pubic bone to be very close to each other, and whatever is touching in your feet is gonna actively press together, keeping your feet pressing together. And it might, for some of you, feel like, oh, then my knees come up and stuff. It's okay, you're working. What is more interesting is that area down here, that lower back of, good. And then inhale, lift your gaze, lift the chest, stay here. Slow down the breath. And then on your next exhale, lengthen a little further forward, maybe just halfway, so you can use your inhale to re-lengthen. And then maybe fold a little deeper, or re-lengthen. And find this Baddha Konasana for your body. Keep pressing your feet actively. I'm going to put a winning stance Lotterai ticket in between your feet. Let's see how much you're going to press them together. Do not let go. Good. It is one of the main reasons why people after a while might get like sort of typical what we call yoga injuries. Because if we don't engage the body, we don't really protect the joints very much. We're just going through the motions. And once in a while, that can backfire after a while. Because it's just pull, and the muscle doesn't really protect. So that little bit of engaging is just there to keep you healthy and happy.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Take a last deep breath. Then look a little forward. Lift your face just a little bit and then lift. Yeah. Move those sitting bones a little back. Walk that flash a little back. Paschimottanasana. You know what? Bring your arms up. Hold onto your elbows. Flex your feet. Long legs. And then as carefully as if you are moving very expensive china, bring your forearms on top of your toes. And then you let go because we don't have any plans in yoga, and you just hold on to your feet. Good, very nice. Soften the shoulders a little bit. Trapezius. Get out of that little turtle shoulder. And just really now release your arms, darling. Release your arms, hold your feet. Because in that sense, there's also a lot of pressure on your spine. So I wouldn't hold this forever. I like it as a way going in, just to let go of holding your feet. But I wouldn't hold this forever and ever and ever, because your spine is already round. And then there's a lot of weight and a lot of pressure on that lever. Is your navel engaged? Is Mula Bandha engaged? And again, at home, of course, you have the option to work with a strap or make it more fitting to your body. Last 2 breaths. Slowly then, lift your gaze, gently lifting yourself out of the posture with the navel. Hands behind you, bend both knees. Feet hip width apart but firmly grounded in the mat. Do not fly off. Lift the pelvis. Lift the pelvis a little higher. Every time your big toes get airborne, what happens? It's like a moment in Top Gun. Good. From here, bring your head back up and bring your hip a little closer to your heels so you have space to lay on your back. If you like, bring your right leg over the left leg and let your knees drop to the left. If you prefer both legs together, wonderful. So see how deep of a twist is right for you. We twist to the left, we look to the right. Allowing the breath to come again. And on your next exhale, rolling the pelvis back. Unfold your legs. You can give them a little break in between. Give it a little shake if you like. And then either both knees parallel, left leg over the right, maybe even hooking that foot behind the calf. Drop your knees to the right. And look towards your left arm. Deep breath here. Start to roll your pelvis back onto the mat. And shake your legs out. Then draw both knees towards the chest. And start to rock yourself up. Good, guys. Cross your ankles and come onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, lift into down dog. You can walk your legs a little out if that gives you some peace. And then on your next inhale, come forward to a high push-up plank. Exhale, lower down onto the floor. Keep your hands where they are for cobra. Toes point away. Chest nice and open, gazing down. Inhale, peel the chest off, Bhujangasana. You can use solely your back muscles, which is great to strengthen. If you're a very happy back bender and your arms want to help a little bit, go ahead. But also remember that there's a difference between upward facing dog and cobra, so you shouldn't just change it out completely. Exhale, lower down onto the mat, looking down, maybe rest the forehead. Interlace the fingers behind your back, lengthen the hands towards your heels, finding the little squeeze for your shoulder blades. Inhale deeply, exhale, lift everything off the mat and spread your toes. Happy neck. Then gently letting go of your hands, reaching the arms to the side like a little Boeing 707. Lift the hands a little higher than your head. Exhale, come onto your favorite ear. Feel free to let your heels drop out for a moment. Then looking down onto the mat, bend both knees, take hold of your ankles, flex the feet. Inhale deeply, exhale, come off for Dhanurasana. On your next exhale, gently let it go and come onto your other ear. So funny enough, though we call them heart openers, generally when people are in back bends, their faces look like they're trying to find an agreement on their alimony payments. It's like everyone is getting very stressed and angry. Don't do that. Flip onto your back. Step your heels under your knees. Arms alongside the body, only one round. Push your feet firmly into the mat, lift your body towards your face, Setu Bandhasana. Feel free to roll the shoulders a little under, interlacing the fingers. Good. And for those of you who want to go further, hands alongside the ears, inhale deeply, exhale to the crown of your head. Inhale deeply, exhale, rising all the way to bring that chest forward. Nice. Yes. Slippery mats were invented to make you stronger. I know, it doesn't help the info. Exhale, lower down. Good. Release, let your knees drop against each other for a moment, just for a mere moment. And then come into Halasana posture. Bringing the feet behind your head, Halasana posture. Unless today is not a shoulder stand inversion day, then you can also bring the soles of the feet together, knees bent outside. Supta Baddha Konasana. Okay, your plow is not broken. Lengthen your legs. Thank you. Interlace the fingers behind the back, roll the shoulders maybe a little under, hands into the lower back, and lifting your legs into a very secure shoulder stand. Don't fuff around just because the camera is not really seeing you. Good. Legs working together and up. Good. Unless you are going for a specific variation, your legs are working together. Hug. Three, 2, and then bringing your feet back behind the head, or at least the knees to your forehead, just that you can catch the weight. Bring the arms back onto the mat and roll your back down onto the mat until you're laying flat on your mat. Long legs. Flex the feet. Take hold of your thighs or your butt, however you want to see it, depending on how long your arms are. Flex your feet, look towards your toes, so lift your head. Press your elbows firmly into the floor, lift the chest, open the throat. Matsya Asana, fish pose. With the happiest of necks. And then bring your chin to the chest. Ooh. And spread out your body for a little Shavasana. Make it a gentle, short one, as I got a little lost in the forward bends. Love forward folds. If you have the sensation that 3-4 minutes are not going to be enough for the satisfying nap at the end of the class, well, that's right, because there is no nap at the end of the class. That is not what Shavasana is. The hint is in the name. Shavasana. It's an asana. It's a posture. And to some traditions, it's the hardest of all the postures. Because exactly for that reason. Because it's so easy to fall into the trap of slumber and drifting away. That's what we like to do. Breath. Move your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees. Roll over your right side. And bring yourself up to a final seat. good moment to thank all the musicians who allowed us to use their lovely music, like Krishna Das and David Lurie and Astro Castillo and Manesh de Moore and Prem Joshua and the Moody Orchestra and many. Thank you. Come to sit tall, bring your hands together in front of the chest heart center. And exhale deeply. Slowly and deeply inhale. 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 Om Bolo Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki. Open your eyes, open your hand palms and bow forward and down. It's a tiny bit over time. I'm so sorry. Have a gorgeous week, my friends. Spread the love. Be kind to yourself. Step out of the illusion and realize reality as it is, for better or worse, my friend. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a lovely evening. Namaste. Dewey. Dewey. Thank you so much, guys. It was lovely.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,